Okay, so the first thing we're going to go over, guys, okay, right here, okay, is that gap we're talking about. Okay, so right off the bat, all right, as the Blackhawks guy is skating towards him, right, this guy's still moving back, but what is he doing a good job of here?
Keeping a good gap.
Yeah, right, he has a decent gap here. It's not perfect, okay, but it's really never going to be perfect, but he's not all the way back here. Because if he's all the way back here, what's going to happen?
He's going to be at the boards when he's got in front of the net. And like keeping the offensive
Say it, Max.
space.
Too much space, right?
Space to step to the middle.
Right, he could just step to the middle here, exactly. But by having a good gap here, okay, he's going to be able to just keep him in close and keep him wide, right? So now look, obviously we can't hit here, okay, but do you see how what we want to do in this situation is what?
Is push him to the boards.
And get in their
Way.
Get in their way, right? Slow them down. If they run into you, is that a penalty?
No.
No. Do I need you to bring your hands up and hit them?
No.
No. But I need you to slow them down, especially against some of these teams that have, like, most teams have, like, one really fast kid, and then they kind of fall off. But we got to make sure we shut down that one really fast kid, okay? Like last week against Greater New Haven, they had that big 16 kid and that 84 kid, and they had a lot of speed, right? And you guys did a good job of keeping them to the outside, actually, okay? But we don't want to let guys like that, okay, come and then all of a sudden score goals because we're not doing a good job slowing them down. All right? Esposito, we all know Esposito, right? That kid's a very, very good hockey player, okay? And I've heard he's a great boy. That's awesome, right? But if we ever play that team, that kid can't be able to just skate through us all because he's not that good. All right? All right? If we do our job and we keep him wide and we get in his way, okay, we should be able to slow him down. Again, he's a very, very, very good hockey player, has a lot of speed, but that's the kind of kid we want to be able to slow down and control the game still. Okay, so this is a great job slowing this guy down. Okay, now they're able to pick the puck up and move it back up ice. Okay, and we're actually going to see another great gap here now on the other end. Okay, so now look, watch what this Blackhawks guy does, right? So he's all the way back here because the other team transitioned quickly. So what does he need to do? Raise your hand.
Step up forward. Well,
What do we talk about in the neutral zone? What don't we don't want to do?
step up. Pinch.
No pinches in the neutral zone. So, Dean, what does he have to do? You just said it.
Slow down. Alternate.
You said it started with a P. You just said it.
Pinch.
You just said it, Dean.
Pivot.
Good, pivot, right? So he needs to come up and pivot. Why? What does he do when he comes up and pivots? Tracy?
Gives him
What's he do when he comes up and pivot? What does that do?
it opens up space. It tightens their gap.
Yeah, good, Max. Excellent, right? It tightens up the gap, right? Because right now the gap is way too big. Can we agree? Yeah, right? So when he comes up and makes a little pivot, he actually tightens the gap. So watch, right? It's not a big pivot, but see how he makes that little pivot? Now look how big the gap is now. That's pretty good.
Because he's skating, so the forward's skating.
Right, and he's moving his feet,
And
right?
if he took a big pivot, the forward could already be behind him.
Right. Or if he just skated straight right at him, all this guy would just chip around and go in past him, right?
Yes.
So he does a good job. Now watch, right here. His outside shoulder is lined up with what?
His inside.
His inside shoulder, right? So now what is this guy's only option? Outside, right? He's got to go outside because he has a good gap here and he's keeping him wide. All right, now watch. Right before he gets even, what is he starting to do? Step, right? Now watch. Does he step right at him? No, right? See how much he stepped behind? Right? So he starts here, okay, and he's going to end up stepping all the way to here. Okay, so what is he keeping that whole time? A good gap, exactly. Okay, and he's having a good what, Dylan?
Step.
Yeah, and starts with an A. What's really good here by when he steps back more?
Angle.
Good angle, exactly. right? So now watch. Now, right, if we let up that shot, Michael's going to save that.
Yeah.
But, right, he forces him all the way into the corner, and now this guy has to go through the Blackhawk guy to get to the net, right?
So
And that's perfect, right? And that's hard to do. So we all right, so let's just watch it one more time at full speed, right? Comes up, little pivot, closes the gap, keeps him wide and steps, right? And lines up his shoulder, his outside shoulder with their inside shoulder and makes a perfect play. We all see that?
yes.
Yes. Okay. So now let's show the bad thing. Again, guys, when I talk about this, I'm not picking on you, right? We're just using it to help us get better. Okay. So what would be the opposite of all the good stuff those guys did?
Bad stuff.
Okay, well, give me an example of something bad. What would you do? What would be the opposite of keeping guys wide?
Pinching.
Not pinching, because pinching's not always bad.
Giving in the middle.
It starts with an S. It's one word.
Swinging.
Thank you, swinging. All right, keeping guys wide and getting in their way, perfect. Swinging, bad. Okay, so we're going to watch here, okay, and we're actually going to highlight Dylan, okay? Now, guys, again, is our gap only in the one-on-one? No, right? So, Dylan, there's a lot of open space here, right? Okay, so what should you do? What did that guy in the other video just do?
Make a little pivot.
Little pivot, right? So what's that going to do, Dylan? Two things.
It's going to close the gap.
And get your,
And
what are your feet going to start doing?
moving.
Moving, right? Because right now you're standing still, right? And you're standing still because you're playing your position, which is okay, right? But once you see now that it's a one-on-one with you and this kid in the black, right? Like you said, come up, take a little pivot. Now what is that going to allow you to do, Dylan?
Step on an ankle.
You're right, and keep him
Wide.
right? So again, watch. Okay, but Dylan, right, your feet are not moving. And what is that, Dylan?
A swing.
That's a swing, right? Do you see how we could have averted that? Does everyone see how we need to take those little pivots and keep our feet moving?
Yeah.
Okay? Because then, right, they get a good chance, and luckily Michael does a good job here, okay? But Dylan, all you had to do, if you take just a little pivot, you're perfect, okay? We all see that? Yes? Okay, all right, here's another example, okay? So now, we talked about one-on-ones, right? Closing our gap, keeping guys wide. What did we talk about before the Greater New Haven game, about that 16 kid? What did he like to do? Okay. Now, what did we talk about when a kid cuts in the middle? What do the two defensemen need to do?
Close together.
Right, come to the middle, right? Close the gap in the middle, and then once he crosses over the first guy, what's going to happen?
Other defenseman goes over onto him.
Exactly. Right, so now we're going to watch here, okay? So they're going to highlight, okay, the stars are going to be on defense, okay? We got the white here, okay? They're going to move, okay? Right, so now look at this guy. All right, he sees that he's moving to the middle, so what's he got to do?
Move to the middle.
Right, we see this arrow, they even did the arrow for us, right? So he has his D partners over here, okay? You can see his stick. Here's D partner 1, D partner 2, okay? And as he sees this guy moving to the middle, right, he's going to get closer to his defensive partner, okay? And now what is this defenseman partner doing too?
Coming closer.
Right, they're both kind of moving to the middle right now, right? All right, we see that? They're both moving to the middle. So now look, all of a sudden he thinks that middle lane's open, all right? And all of a sudden, it's not. Okay, so now this guy went all the way from here to here to here for nothing, right? Now watch what he's going to do, okay? He's going to take a bad shot, okay, and we'll take that all day, okay? But again, if this guy, the initial guy, doesn't move to the middle, okay, and this guy stays over here, right? Now this guy just uses all that speed and comes down the middle, right? And we get beat, okay? So, like we said, one-on-ones, we want to keep guys wide. Once in a while, their kid's going to come to the middle. That's okay, because we're prepared for that too, because we're going to close the middle, okay? And then once this guy gets to the middle, if he decides to come this way, now this guy will take him, and this guy will stay in the middle for the other guy. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Any questions about that? No? Okay, right, so one more time. Closes the middle. Right, takes away their options. Okay, and forces this guy to take a bad shot. Good?
Yeah.
Okay, so we understand one-on-ones, right, where we want to keep guys, okay, and what do we want to do when a guy comes across in the middle, okay? All the game is, guys, is like a bunch of little one-on-one battles, okay, and you got to make sure you do what we're doing. All right, so now right here, all right, first to start off, what's wrong with this picture?
Bad gap.
Gap. You're right. We got to be like right here. Okay? So now topic 2 today, okay, is what did we talk about when pucks get shot to the front of the net?
Lift stick.
No, go for your guy and not for the puck.
Go for your guy and lift sticks. But
Don't go.
what do we want to let Michael try to do?
Get the puck.
Get the puck. Okay, so right here, this guy's just going to take a spin-a-rama bad shot. Okay, not a good shot. Okay, but right here. Right, Max. Right, you're right here, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where should you go right now? Puck got on net. What? Okay. But more specifically, you can just go to the front of the net. That's not helping
Front of
anybody.
the net, his guy.
Where's your guy, Max? Go stand up and point to your guy. Where's the guy you should find? Perfect. Right, you should go right to that guy and just stand there and lifting his stick up in the air. Yep, don't even worry about the puck. Okay, now Dylan, you're right here. Okay, there's a little rebound that comes right out. You have a choice, okay, to either go to your guy or go to the puck. It's not a big rebound. What should you do?
Go with the stick.
Yeah, go for the guy, right? And let Michael do what?
Get the puck.
Right, and look, we got JT here too, so if JT wants to take that puck, that's no big deal. Right, but instead we go for the puck, okay, and right, let's count how many whacks he gets at that puck now, okay, because no one's there to pick him up. Okay, now look, Max, you're standing behind Michael, all right, and now we got 2 black jerseys poking at the puck, and no one.
No, but the puck, it wasn't in Michael. It was like on the red line.
Okay,
I was
so
gonna go-
Max, you let me know. If you pick up their sticks, who's going to score?
Nobody.
No one, right? They can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right? If you get their sticks and take care of the guys here, right? If you go right to these 2 guys in front, they're not going to be able to even try to tap it in, right? And then we'll let Michael and JT figure out the puck. Okay, but we got to figure out the guys because Max, you're worrying about the puck here. And Dylan, you tried to dive for the puck to knock it away. These 2 guys are getting 3-4 chances at the puck.
The net ended up a goal.
And it did get up in the net, okay? And, right? And now they score here. So again, we're going to actually have a zoomed in version here, right? Dylan, you got to go to this guy, get a stick. Max, you got to go to this guy and get a stick. And that's it, right? We can't have this happen where they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chances. Michael just needs to make the first save, guys. Okay, that's his job. We're defensemen. We got to take care of the front of the net. That's being hard to play against if we do our jobs there. We understand? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, here's another example. Tracy, you're in front here. Where's your guy?
Behind me.
Yeah, right there. Tracy, what do you got to do here?
I gotta get behind him.
Right, you have to always be, nice little rule of thumb, you always want to be between Michael and the puck. Okay? So if the guy has the puck, you want to be between him and Michael. We never want to be behind him so that he's in between us and Michael. Okay, so right here, Tracy, you're looking at the puck, worried about the puck. Okay, now, Tracy, what do you all have to do here? I know it's a little hard to see because it was out of view. What do you have to do here, Tracy? He's standing next to you. He's right on the back post. What do you got to do there?
Lift up stick.
Right. If that guy passes the puck and you have his stick lift up in the air, what's going to happen?
He's not gonna score.
Right. The puck's just going to kind of go like past him and into the corner. Right. And that's perfectly fine. Okay. But instead, right, we're worried about the puck. okay, and now we don't see that guy, and instead of picking up his stick in front, he's going to be able to get that chance to put it in the net. Okay, so do we understand about
Yes.
when pucks go to the front of the net? Okay, now again, if we do our defensive zone coverage right, when a puck goes to the front of the net, how many Rebel kids are going to be in front of the net?
4.
4, right? My center, my 2 defensemen, and my weak side winger. Okay, so as long as you guys pick up your guys, there should be plenty of guys in there to help pick up the puck, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right, but if we don't pick up our guys, they're going to get chances to whack at it. Okay, and we want to take that away. All right, puck goes to the front, find your guy, pick up sticks, get him away from our goalie. Got it?
Yes.
Any questions about that? Okay. Last thing, again, we've been working on this the past 2 weeks. We got to start moving our feet when we pick up that puck behind the net or when we reverse. Okay? It's got to be faster. So I want you to watch this guy. When he gets this puck behind the net, okay, what is he going to start doing right away? Crossover, right? So look, right, he's not taking his time, okay, and skating in a straight line to the corner. Okay, watch. Right, he just moves his feet, cross, cross, cross. What does he come up even with, basically?
His winger.
Nope.
The person coming across.
What is he skating even with, guys? When he comes up the ice, what is he even with, basically, here?
The dot.
The dot, right? So today I put the cone near the dot, right?
Yeah.
So that you guys could skate towards the cone. So that right now, who can he move the puck to?
The person.
Winger, right? You can
Or the
slide
person
to a
coming
center,
across.
okay? But if he skated into the corner, all this guy would have to do is skate here. Now he takes care of 2 guys, okay? But look, he comes up with so much speed and comes up, right? He can move the puck right away here, and we're out of the zone. Or right away here, and we're out of the zone. But it's because it starts because he moves his feet, and now this guy behind the net isn't able to catch him. That's important too. Got it? And now this guy ends up taking it end to end, okay, because he built up so much speed. Got it? So again, one more time, right? We want to pick up this puck, use our crossovers, have our head up, and get moving right away. We understand?
Yeah.
All right. Are there any questions? All right, I want 2 shutouts this weekend. We got it?
Yes.
All right.